conflicts and problems in this country. And I have been often wondering and praying about that from the major religious community in this country, there will be more progressive, enlightened people who will also take the initiative, not because one sector of the society is facing difficulties, but only to realize that even if one Pakistani have any grievance, it really hinders the progress of the whole country. It hinders really the process in which we can make this country an ideal place to live in. And also it disturbs the peace of the whole country. And I feel that this is a great initiative from the Sindhi Sufi Institute, that such an initiative brings people from different sectors of the society, that we work for the common good, that we consider each and every problem of this country our own, that we consider the suffering and pain of each and every Pakistani as our own, and we feel that it is a common problem and we have to work together to sort out the problems of this country. Whenever there has been war in Middle East or in recent times in Iraq and Afghanistan, there have been millions of people coming out in various parts of Europe and America, and they have been protesting for war in this world.
Karachi to present the paper by Dr. Charles Graves.
Thank you very much, honorable guests and friends. I was asked by Mr. Khadim Soomro to write a few words and speak on Karachi. So I made some preparation, but when I reached here, he has given me two assignments to do. One to read an article in English received from Geneva from Mr. Charles Graves, the chairman of International Faith Organization, and another article by Dr. Hussain, who's in this course is not able to come here. So I think I'll perform these two duties. But I think I am really grateful to Mr. Soomro for organizing such a wonderful program and very timely, that what is Karachi facing and what is Sindh facing at this moment. If we go back a little bit to pre-partition times, how was Karachi, how was Sindh, everybody has spoken. And immediately after that, what has really happened, that everybody also has noted, and some of the friends have spoken here. I think it's a proper time to really play a role. And what he thinks is, Jamshed Mehta had once thought that why not to build a big, huge auditorium in Clifton, but probably that could not happen. That from one gate, if Muslims enter, they think that they are entering into a mosque. From other gate, if the Hindus enter, they think they are going to Mandir. And the Christians and Parsis likewise. But once they all enter, there is no mosque, nothing but all religions will be together having a chit chat and tea, and they want to create a kind of this that society should live in peace and all that. So these are some of these messages that one can get and one can throw more light on this. But I would like to, because time is also very short. The article's title is GM said and Joseph. This article is about the great Sindhi leader GM said and his relations to interfaith movements, and in particular to Joseph.
Speakers who are assembled here, all of them I say Assalamu alaikum. I'm indeed very happy and pleased to be here, and also equally sad to listen how much intolerance the our society has become, especially in matters of interfaith relations. Some of the various speakers here came here, and I could feel pain emanating from their emotion, yet realistic orations. I would be going a little bit to one or two of the speakers who had a very deep impression on my mind. And as I said, despite such a happy gathering, thinking in the very sense the glorious and common past of Karachi, I could feel how much of pain was down there in the minds of people as a result of absence of things, as a result of absence of such feelings which used to be the common culture of Karachi. I was happy to listen to Dr. Salman Michael, a scholar who teaches at Zavis, a political scientist, as we all think. A very pertinent reason that he brought out for our knowledge, and of course knowledge being there, but to remind us that intolerance conspicuously begins with a dictator who started sermonizing religion in his own manner and driving wedges into good relations between the communities and bettering those relations. In fact, the points in time are very important, and Dr. Solomon, I'm very happy that you mentioned that point. And if you want to see what are the periods which are badly of intolerance, you relate it back to the illegitimacy in political power, which in order to legitimize their being in power, were having recourse to a variety of ways to see, on the one hand, that the attention of people is diverted by the consequences of conflict and bloodshed, and on the other hand, attempted to legitimize themselves, having recourse to the agents who might bend them a false impression of legitimacy. So I think these points have got to be really kept in mind. While I am here, I came with a different type of beginning to my address to you, but I'll be reverting to that in order to try to dispel the impression from the mind of my co-religionists. I'm not saying from the minds of persons who profess different religion, different sects of it, because I believe religion is one way, ways different. Religion is one. Because all religions converge to one point, that is belief in an omnipotent, spiritual and temporal and supernatural, what we call Allah, what we call God, what we call Lord, what we call Jehovah, whatever names we may like to give to him. They converge to that point. So the religion design and is planned to have many religions. And he says in the last revelation of his, which is in my love, that this is what I have done deliberately in order to see how the professors of each religion contribute to the well-being of mankind, and they compete with each other in a spiritual dedication that I have created. And he does not say at one place, but he says repeatedly. And if you would like to bear with me, because there seems to be a tendency to get carried that repeating or staying on religion has become obsolete. That it will never be obsolete. It is always contemporary, and the message which the religion gives is eternal and is for the benefit of humankind. The professors of religion may, and in fact have, conveyed a different impression of religions, and that I would be going on to umpteen examples from history where all religions, professors have done great injustice to religion, have perpetrated acts of barbarism and violence, and have resorted to mass killing, which is exactly against the spiritual contract which human beings have with Allah who created man. It is against it. The two cardinal points of the spiritual message is, in fact, asking the human beings whether he is their creator and having in return their affirmative reply, and then directing them to carry on the message which he gives. So they not only are going, their heads falling prostrate in abject submission, which is one of the requirements, but what they have to do for his great creation, in which he breathed from his own breath to make him a man. إذا سويته ونفخت فيه من روحي فقعوا له ساجدين. Is it when I formed the man in due proportions, in beautiful form, I breathed into him my ruh, نفخت فيه من روحي. So he makes him divide by, to the extent of the portion of his thing that is ruh into it. And then he says that to recognize his nobility orders them to fall prostrate before him. But it is not